Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has literally been like 2 years since I posted on this channel. I'm not actually sure why I stopped posting. I wish I kind of kept going, but I think I just really lacked motivation. Back better than ever. I'm ready to post more. I want to come on this journey with you guys. I want to show what I'm passionate about, which is content and making videos and fashion and everything. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and all my other social medias where you can catch up on more things that I get up to. I feel like I have so much to catch you guys up on as well. Like this last 2 years has been so hectic. The last time I was on my channel I was still at college, and I'm now going into third year of uni, which is absolutely crazy to me. I think that's where like all my focus has been, and I've been trying so hard to post as much as possible like on my other socials, but I've just been really caught up. Today's video I'm going to be showing you my clean girl inspired makeup. Absolutely love the trend clean girl. I think it's me written all over, like nails, hair, just everything. I also love the makeup. As much as I'm like a 2016 girl who loves to put a full face on, I also just love going out and feeling like fresh even though I have makeup on. So I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to makeup routine for now. If you go back 2 years and look at my old makeup routine, you can see how much this has changed, hopefully for the better. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe and like, just so I have some clarification that I am doing something right with this channel. Without further ado, let's get into the makeup. Before I do any of my makeup, I always like to do a skincare prep to hydrate the skin, and I always do this morning and evening just to re-energize my skin and just make it a little bit more glowy. I'm personally not one to spend a lot of money on something unless it's really good. This is the same when it comes to like a primer. I just want a hydrating, moisturizing primer. The best one that I've tried at the moment is the Primark primer. This is the Prep and Perfect moisturizing enriched primer, and I feel like this has literally been, I know you can't really see it, but the best moisturizing hydrating primer I've used, and it literally is only £4.50. Apparently also this is a dupe for the Bobbi Brown primer, which I'm yet to try just because I don't have the money. What I like to do is get my primer and mix it with the bronzing drops by Drunk Elephant. I personally think these are so good, definitely worth the money. They really hydrate the skin even without mixing them together, and it also leaves such a beautiful glow to the skin, and it looks so nice when you're on holiday or if you've got a tan. I had to buy another bottle of it because I'm generally so amazed of how good a product is. Obviously it's a lot of money, but like I said, it's a product that I'm really into and works really well for my skin and I'm invested in. I just take the primer and literally put a smaller amount on and then mix it together. I actually feel like I put way too much on. A little bit goes a long way. Always put way too much on and then wonder why I look like an Oompa Loompa. It's because I've done this. I put way too much on. Blend this into the skin, and as you can see it literally just has like a slight tinge to the tint, so it's not like an orange, it's generally a browny glow. I don't really want like a really orange colour because then it kind of looks like you're just putting fake tan all over your face, which to me isn't really clean girl. With this like clean girl aesthetic, I also just think like what you're wanting to achieve is like a really glowy base, like a really hydrated, light, little to like no makeup look. So it really does like involve what primers and what moisturizers you're using beforehand before you put like your foundations and stuff on. So having like something that's really hydrating like this primer and the glow drops basically just sets like the whole look before you've even put anything on. The next product that I love to is something that I literally grab all the time, is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and you can tell mine is so used. This is in the shade 2.5, so fair. If you were to give or describe the clean girl aesthetic, I literally would say Hollywood Flawless Filter, and that is it. This honestly gives clean girl. It is glowy. You see my skin? Can you see it's cutesy? Very demure. See that thing, that very demure, very cutesy thing is so stuck in my head. To just take a small amount and put it in the areas where I just want a little bit of a glow. Really need to invest in some more of that because honestly it is my favorite thing ever. And then I just buff this out really gently. I'm gonna blend this side out. I normally just take it slightly down into the bottom of my face so that it all is kind of blended in. So just like to leave this area here without any makeup on, because that is where my concealer goes, and I like to put a little to no makeup on this area just to make sure that the concealer is like on its own, so there's hardly any creases, or when it comes to setting it there's like no cakiness to it, if that makes sense. Days where it's a little bit cloudy or my skin is feeling a little bit dull, I just like to liven up some of my areas with some foundation. Best foundation that I've found at the moment is the Fenty Skin foundation. Honestly, this is so good. I hardly wear foundation, and when I do I always reach for this one. I feel like it's so hydrating, and it's also full coverage but without being really cakey. The shade 240. Now I actually do think this is slightly dark for me because when I bought it I had more of a tan, but now it's like autumn, winter, and my tan has disappeared. I tend to not put too much of this on, but when I do I just like put maybe like 1 or 2 dots on my hand and then put it in the areas where it really is needed. If you like literally that much, take my brush and just gently dab this into my skin. I've done one side on my face. This is just giving soft skin vibes. This side I haven't obviously done, but you can obviously tell the difference of what I have and haven't done, and it just sits on the face so nicely. It's a really beautiful formula that I love to pick up now and then. Now I've finished the foundation, what I love to do next is go in with a bronzer. I always like kind of do it a different way to most people. Most people would go onto concealer next, but I like to carve my face out with bronzer. My go-to cream bronzers at the moment are the Refy cream bronzers. I use shade Sand and I also use shade Tan too. I just think these are like the 2 of the best cream bronzers on the market at the moment. They're so affordable and they have the best smooth pigment ever. You put it on your skin, it doesn't go patchy, it's not too bright, it's not too orange, there's no horrible undertones to it. Honestly, I can't recommend these enough. I also like to reach for my Charlotte Tilbury contour one, but I've literally nearly run out of this. As you can tell, it is looking a little empty. This is something I use just if I'm really like in a rush, on the go, want to tap my face, rub it in and off. This is so easy to blend and just is honestly one of the best formulas alongside the Refy that I've ever used. I've had this for so long. It is battered, it is broken, it has been everywhere with me. I've bought, I can't even tell you how many of these. I love both of them. They're 2 different shades because obviously if I have a tan, I like to use the lighter shade, normally the darker one when I have a slight tan. I do have a bit of a tan left over from the holidays. I know it's literally September now and I'm so sad. You just start by carving my face out, and sometimes I will dip into the palette and then tap off. I just work it into the skin. I don't really have a technique. Does anyone have a technique? The only advice I could probably give you is blend upwards. I feel like when you blend down it smudges more, but blending up is easier to work into your cheekbone. It's also such a buildable product because obviously if you go in with too much it's harder to take it away. If you go in with less, then it's obviously easier to add. Work it onto my forehead all the way around. Start carving out this side of my face as well. The price you pay for this formula, you'd think you'd be paying for the most expensive product on the market. I actually can't thank Jess Hunt enough for making the Refy brand as a whole, because I have the majority of their products sat in my drawer right now, and God forbid me spending all my money every month on that brand, because I love it so much. So once I've finished contouring my face, I like to grab a concealer next. I just think that this is like the perfect step before adding blush. What I personally like to achieve with my concealer is more of a brighter look. I know a lot of people obviously use concealer for different things. I just like to put it in the basic places that most people probably put it. I'm not one to spend a lot of money on concealers. I really want to try the Hourglass concealer, but I literally don't have the money to spend on it at the moment. So concealers that have done me justice for a long time are the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. Now, I can't tell you how much these are so good. Kind of do have a similar consistency to other concealers or higher end concealers that I've seen on the market. Can't get enough of this formula. Honestly, Maybelline, whatever you do to these, like, give me my money. I have nearly every shade possible. Take my little cutesy beauty blender. I just, honestly, this has been my ride or die for a very long time, but it gets so up and close into those areas where they just need a little bit more TLC. So I just take the concealer underneath my eyes and not putting too much on, and slightly blend this out into the sides of my eyes too. I then also take a little bit under the chin and on the forehead too. I just blend this out all over my forehead. When it comes to this area, I like to leave a slight line so it gives me more of a snatched look. Yeah, I just like to do it so that it kind of lifts my face up. I feel like I have quite a lopsided face and a lopsided mouth, which is such a big insecurity of mine, and one day I hope to get it fixed. I'm gonna blend this side and then I'll be adding the lighter shade in a second. I think I'm gonna go for this shade here, which is quite a bright concealer colour. Just add a little bit less than what I did before, but in the same areas. It just brightens everything up. Obviously, using a concealer before was to help blend out the foundation in a way and put everything all together, but this just really like elevates your face, and this is where it becomes more of like a snatched, more structured look because of the concealer. Moving on to blush, this part of the routine is the best for me. I love blush. I couldn't care if people think I have blush blindness. Like, blush is beautiful. Base every look that I do on Sabrina Carpenter because I'm in awe of her at the moment. I literally feel Sabrina Carpenter's aura now in 6 YouTube videos like about to be filmed. She is present. When it comes to blush, she knows what she's doing and you can't go wrong, so I copy. Refy blushes, which I just, honestly, beautiful. In love with the Hourglass Charlotte Tilbury blushes. I think these are also so beautiful, and they also have such a nice shimmer and tint to them. I feel like I need to try more blush. I'm like stuck with one blush because I'm scared to try something else. These have been my ride or die for so long and I just don't want to part with them. Like, they are feeling slightly broken. I'm in love with more of a darker blush, but lately I have been really tapping into this blush, which is more of a pinky tone. This is in Rose, which I'm going to try for you guys today. I'll do Rose on this side and then we'll try Malaya on this side because that's the other one that I have, and you guys in the comments can tell me which one you like best, because for me, I am more a Malaya girl. I'm going for more of the clean girl everyday look today, so we're going to be trying and using my Refy blushes. Basically just tap. I don't like drag, I don't buff. Like, it kind of is buffing, I suppose, like you're buffing it into the skin, but I don't drag, I don't do anything, I just tap it. I feel this is not blush enough. Like, some people might just leave it here, but I like to take it one step further because I am that girl. I'm telling you, I really dip into this palette. I'm surprised that this is still even alive. I just like to blend this up. Me is a perfect amount of blush. Not too much, but you guys might think it's a little too much. It hits the spot. I'm going to be trying the Malaya cream blush on the other side so you guys can tell me which one you like the best. You use this crusty Refy brush. Honestly, I love this brush, but one thing like I wish Refy knew as like customer feedback is how easy it comes off. Like, this is honestly such a stunning brush. Both ends are just amazing, but the actual like brush itself is all breaking. This is almost gone, so I'm gonna have to really tap into this and show you a raw. This one is the Rose, this is Malaya. You tell me which ones you like the best, because I quite like a deeper blush, but everyone is different. It's like more of a darker blush, which I personally prefer. It's more of like a pinky peach look, which both are equally just as beautiful. I think I might just have to go with the Malaya one. I like to go in and set my face with the Huda Beauty powder. Honestly, this is my ride or die powder. I will never buy anything else other than this. I've heard at the moment though that Huda Beauty are changing their formula and the packaging of these, so when I tell you that once this is all gone, I'm going to be so devastated. I'm going to have to be going on like eBay, on like Facebook Marketplace, having to try and find like the old powders, because I can't tell you how much this just mattes the skin. I'm just going to tap this under my eye just to set everything in place. It kind of just instantly like sets your whole face. Like, I can't even put on or describe what it does under your eye. I just can't describe like how perfect it is. I love to set my face with the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is incredible. I cannot find a different setting spray that holds my makeup all day like this does. I obviously have this in another bottle, fresh bottle, because it is so good. I'm not stingy when it comes to putting setting spray on. I just go for it. I like to take the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. I don't tend to use any extensions on my eyes. I like to just do a natural look. I love extensions, don't get me wrong, but I'm so bad at putting them on. So for me, I just like to use mascara and curl my lashes. I don't like to put mascara on in front of people. Make the weirdest faces ever, so I'm going to be doing this off camera and I'll come back and show you my eyelashes. Like a big sucker for the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. I have Pillow Talk, which everyone has, and it is just a staple piece in your makeup bag. You have Iconic Nude, which is also another staple piece that should be in your makeup bags, and if it's not, then you need to go and buy it, because it's kind of criminal that you don't have it. Following that with sort of like a dewy clean lip. So this is the Dior lip. It's not an oil, it's a lip gloss. It's a lip gloss. I also have another one of these in a different shade, 12. And this honestly is also just incredible. Frankly, all my lip sort of shades are pinks and nudes. I don't really think anything suits me but pink and nudes. Is honestly one of Charlotte Tilbury's most iconic lip liners ever. I will probably go in my funeral bed with Pillow Talk still on my lips. On Charlotte Tilbury full face makeup done by an MUA, and if you guys are not doing that for me, then you guys are not my true friends. I have to rest in peace with Pillow Talk on my lips. Forbid I will be fucking haunting whoever killed me or whatnot down. I just like to add this over the top just to like make the corners a little bit more darker. It gives them more depth. Just go over my Cupid's bow. About these Charlotte Tilbury lip liners is that they're wax, so like they do not move, they do not smudge, they do not transfer. If you want to blend and move them in, you literally have like less than 10 seconds to, because as soon as it's on, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't move. Last steps is adding the lip gloss, which I honestly absolutely love. I have decided to go for the clearer one just because I think it will blend really nicely with the lip liners that I put on. In the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and just setting my whole face. This is the final makeup look. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I know it was quite heavy and it is like the first video back that I've done, and I'm talking, which I don't normally talk in any of my videos because I just don't like it, but I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this video and love the look that I've created. Can't get enough of this clean girl aesthetic. Like, it's just so beautiful and it's so minimalistic. I'm not bothered like if it goes out of style, I'll still be doing this sort of makeup because it's just so beautiful just to wear like on like just every day. It's basically just an everyday glam, but people have basically just called it clean girl. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'd be so grateful if you liked and subscribed to this channel so that I know that you're all engaged and watching, and so that I can post more content like this. If there's anything that you guys want me to post, please just put it in the comments, because I am honestly so clueless. I do post a lot on my TikTok and my socials, which I will also tag in the comments below. To see you guys in the next video. That's all for watching.